entire remake trilogy of God of War 1 through 3.
That's why I picked up the PS5 Pro, baby.
At 3.
Sucker, you have got to be kidding me. Didn't you guys buy God of War 3 remastered for $60 on PlayStation 4 when all they had to do was give that game a free enhancement, like something similar as to what Xbox would have done? I mean, come on, man. But it come with the other two titles, though. I mean, really? I mean, you went from God of War 3 remastered, and now you're going to have the game being remade? I mean, this is embarrassing, man. PlayStation might as well admit that they have ran out of ideas, and the only money that they want to invest, which is in new projects, is live service and subscription. That is their new audience, man. I mean, this is a straight up cash grab, bro. And to be honest with you, I mean, even though I love God of War, but it just doesn't sit well with me, man. And this is the reason why a lot of people are losing interest in gaming because, I mean, at this point, who really needs to buy a next generation console if all you're doing is playing the same games that came out over 20 years ago? I mean, these are things that emulators have already done. Running God of War 4K 60, probably 120 frames already, and now you got Sony wanting to jump on that to milk their own audience, even though this has probably been possible on PC for 10 years, and yet now they decided to give it to you now for the PlayStation 5. You people didn't even get a next-generation God of War game, man. Let that sink in for a minute, Gamer23, since you want to talk about suckers. I mean, at this point, man, PlayStation ain't got anything, man. You know, you don't see Xbox dudes getting excited for some remakes. I mean, yeah, it's nice to see them, but in all honesty, who really cares? We getting the Gears E-Day, the Fable, the State of Decay 3. We're getting new games and new projects within these franchises built off the Xbox Series X hardware, Series S and X hardware, while you guys are sitting here getting remasters and remakes. Like, I mean, this is ridiculous, man. I mean, what is honestly the point of this? I mean, it's nice to have it all within a collection, but at that point, they should have just added the PSP games as well, too. Like, what, they're going to do a separate one? The PSP remastered and repackaged and rebundled. Like, I can't, man. They're probably going to sell it through DLC. Like, this is crazy, man. I mean, at this point, man, if you told me in the next 20 years that the best next game coming out from PlayStation is a trilogy of a franchise of a group of games that I've already played, then I think I would have been lying to myself. But this is what's going on with Sony. Now, I get it. Microsoft also engages in that behavior too. But even though they have remasters coming out, they still got Elder Scrolls 6 in development. Even though they're probably more likely going to remaster all the Halos and Gears of Wars. But we're still getting Gears E-Day. We're still getting new games within the franchises that Microsoft continues to develop and make. That's a big difference. You guys are not getting that on Play. You're getting the cream of the crop. This is what you call cream of the crop? Are you serious? I'm starting to think you ponies are the reason as to why we're getting all these remasters and remakes and why we haven't moved past freaking 1998 at this point. I mean, this is crazy.
This particular instance, my brothers and sisters.
Yo, why he got that Marlin Gaming zesty? That's like the first time I noticed it. Yo, why you acting so zesty? Zesty, brother.
It is. This was actually a awesome state of play.
Don't be lying to yourself, man. Don't be sitting there saying, I picked up a PS5 Pro to play that God of Super Nintendo, God of Sega Genesis, God Sons of Sparta of 16-bit graphics. Bruh, come on, man. And they have the audacity to charge $30 for it because it's available now and you can pick it up. It's a PlayStation 5 exclusive. I mean, that's crazy. That's the one game that they use the hardware of the PS5 actually to make for y'all, man. I mean, the PlayStation 5 Pro is an utter joke, man. I mean, you guys want to talk about graphically demanding and pushing games, and now you're out here playing 16-bit graphics. Now, I'm not trying to down the quality of the game. That's not what I'm getting at. But you picked up a piece of hardware of a game that I can literally play on a Super Nintendo.
Actually, a reason to have a state of play. You know how most state of plays be 25 minutes, whatever. And it's just like, why did I just sit and watch that? That was not one of these times. This state of play was awesome.
He's not confident enough.
They showed multiple games that, had your interest. Of course, they sprinkled in some indies and stuff that I thought they paced this junk out almost perfectly. They showed so many.
That just shows you ponies are starving, man. I mean, it's okay because Xbox going to make sure that you guys get some carrots at the other end. But this is crazy, man. You ponies are starving for games, man. And it's sad to see the same group of gamers that advocated for exclusives and next generation pushing the envelope of hardware and now out here damage controlling for games like God of War Trilogy, saying it's the best game of the show. Like, mind you, I think it's good. Nobody's saying that the game should have been modernized. But this should have been done a long time ago, right? What do you guys think? They could have already gave you a 4K 60, 120 frames update for God of War 3 Remastered. Now they out here saying, oh, we're remaking it now through this remake collection. Now you got to get that through there. Like, it just sounds scummy to me, man. And that's the reason why a lot of people ain't rocking with PlayStation, because all you really doing is bringing back the same old games and not even really bringing out any proper sequels. God of War Ragnarok is really a PS4 game that was just optimized on PS5. That means with the PS5 generation, you didn't even get a next-generation God of War game. I mean, you did with God of War Sons of Sparta, but we all know that game could have ran on a PlayStation 1, let alone a Super Nintendo. I mean, I don't think you need a PS5. I don't think you need all that power to be able to run a game like that, but it is pro enhanced, right? So, I mean, I guess that means something, right?
I'm not even going to talk about all of the games that they showed, but they showed games that actually, like, had your attention. Like, games that you actually...
And games that are already available on Steam and Xbox, which also destroys the concept of what you ponies have built up for so long, which is exclusives.
About some of the games that I did write down, though, of course, they showed another RE9 trailer. I don't know if this is the 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th trailer I've seen.
Third party.
Anything else hate that I am excited for this remake.
I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, though. You know, and the reason why he says he hates it is because he understands how embarrassing it is. I mean, you got Sony out here taking half-bitten carrots from out of their storage room and throwing them to you guys and just, you know, it's like what they do at a buffet. You know, the food that they leave out at the end of the day, and then they just decide to repackage it instead of they took your carrot and made it carrot soup. So all they did was cut the old carrots down and decide, okay. I mean, you got PlayStation treating y'all like a buffet, dog. That's crazy, dog. Out here repackaging the same old carrots. I'll put a little bit of spice in on it, you know. Hey, man, them carrots been left out for 20 years. It don't matter to these ponies. Just put a little nice glisten on it. Put a nice little, you know, there you go. Shine it all up, you know. It still smells the same. I don't know. It smells kind of rotten. It's the same, you know. It's more appetizing. It's good for the soul.
I hate the fact that this remake had me hyped. I hate the fact that I am excited for yet another remake because, bro, we've been in this jinx going on 6+ years now. We still getting the most hype for games that we've already played. Remakes? Like, I hate that I'm actually excited for this jump.
And that's what's sad. And he ain't lying about that. It is kind of disappointing. But it also shows you that PlayStation doesn't really want to focus putting big money into their single-player offerings. You know, they'll do it for live service and subscription games, I think because of Helldivers 2, and they want to hit that, you know, they want to strike gold with these type of games because they know that if they do, even if it's 20, 10 live service and subscription games that fail, if they get that one lightning in the bottle, then Sony knows we're good. So to them, it's worth it. But for a single-player game, no, it's just not. I mean, it's kind of sad to see PlayStation really go out like this because this is something that a lot of ponies never advocated for. You're going to have Microsoft be the only company really out here pushing AAA games to the masses.
But listen, you give me that line of Kratos saying, Zeus, and it's God of War freaking 3. Frick, just God of War 3.
Zeus! Ponies! Your remake has returned. I have bring back the destruction of your stables. Oh, my goodness, bro. I mean, even Sony's laughing at y'all, man. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, yes, it's going to be a nice compilation of games. I don't think it's going to be bad. Hopefully, they keep it the same. I think some people's like, oh, they're going to try to copy the new gameplay of the newer God of Wars. But I don't think that. I think there's a reason. It's probably just going to be more of an enhanced version. It's going to be an Ultimate Edition of God of War. That's all it is. You know what I mean? They're gonna shine it up, give it better visuals, and they're obviously doing this in preparation for PC because PC gamers don't have access to the game. I mean, they do through emulation, but they're gonna have an official release. They're not making these games for their existing audience. And I've told you guys, even with Xbox, they're repackaging themselves. You guys don't even see that. Xbox, what they're doing is saying, oh, we're bringing back Fable. We're going to bring Gears of War. We're going to bring the likeness of these games how it was back in the old days. But instead, we're going to push them to all platforms. So this is, I guess, Xbox being this play anywhere strategy that they're pushing. So to be honest, Xbox gamers, we're really being spited in that way because Halo, Gears Reload, they don't do anything for me. Gears E-Day does. Luckily, Microsoft is still pushing out sequels, even though they got remasters and remakes too. Nobody's denying that, but at least they're pushing new games. I would have been disappointed with Ninja Gaiden 2 Black if that's all they invested in, but they said, no, we got the remaster, the remake for Ninja Gaiden 2 Black through Game Pass, and we're going to give you Ninja Gaiden 4. That's what I like. You feel me? So I don't really mind what Microsoft's doing. If they do it like that, okay. I'll give them a pass, but you got Sony out here dropping out God of War trilogy like it's the cream of the crop type stuff. Like, what you mean? You pulled out that vegetable a long time ago. We've seen it 20 years. I mean, Sony would be the worst if it was a magician. It'd be the worst, bro. You did the same magic trick already. We've seen this magic trick already. We've seen you pull the rabbit from out of the box. It doesn't impress us no more. Sorry, it's nice, it's cool, but it doesn't impress us no more.
God of War in the series? Yes, it is. You add God of War.
Oh, well, not according to a lot of ponies. What happened to all those ponies that say, I like the new gameplay, I like the new one? Now all of a sudden they like the old? You guys like whatever Sony throws out to you, and that's one thing I've noticed. I like the old God of War, so more likely I'd probably pick it up for PlayStation. I do like it. But in regards to being excited for the game, I've already played it. There's nothing to really be excited about, honestly. Matter of fact, I already got access. I already got the original God of War trilogy on my PS3. And the PSP games, which they should have also included.
For 1 and 2 to that, a complete remake of the trilogy of God of War. What games?
And not even just that. Y'all didn't even add Ascension, man. Y'all should have did. I'm sorry, bro. Y'all like games you see, you're always negative. No, I'm not, bro. You know, because these games, Chains of Olympus, Ghost of Sparta, 1, 2, 3, even Ascension, they all play within the story of God of War. So we didn't get that. I would have preferred if they had all the God of War games in. They should have. I personally think because 1, 2, and 3 was already available in some form or ways. Why not the PSP games? Why not Ascension? That's a part of the universe of God of War. But nope, they don't want to include it. That's lazy.
Done a complete remake of the entire trilogy. I was asking my chat this yesterday. The only games that I think they've done that for is the Crash Bandicoot collection, with the Crash 1, 2, and Warped.
What are you talking about? Sony didn't do that. Sony did not do that. They didn't make that game.
And Spyro. Outside of that,
2 games that you do understand that Crash and Spyro is owned by Microsoft, and at the time, what was it? Toys for Bob, whatever they called, right? They're the ones that did it. They're the ones that did those games, not Sony. What are you talking about? They dropped on PlayStation first, but they also came out on other platforms, and now Microsoft owns them. How ironic.
There is not a lot of times to where an entire trilogy of a classic, iconic series gets remade. And as good as Crash and Spyro is, they are not as far as just what the overall game offers you. Those are friendly platformers. You're talking about a game, a series like God of War? Like a real video game. Not saying that those aren't games, but
are you It's not a real video game. Yo, then what is it then? Hold on, what? They're not a
friendly platformers.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about a game, a series like God of War? Like a real video game. Not saying
he had to catch himself there. Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they ain't real games though. What? Then what is it? What do you mean they're not real games? What do you mean?
That those aren't games, but just like there's like levels to it.
Levels to it. Yeah, you're right. And Spyro and Crash got more levels to it. And God of War, as much as I love the game, is much more shorter than any of those games that you mentioned. So what are you talking about?
Entire remake
Real
trilogy
games.
of God of War 1 through 3? Sucker, you had me at 3. Once I get those concubines,
sucker, you had me at 3.
Circle pops up above their junk, and I'm giving them back shots in 4K, 60 frames per second. I get those concubines on the bed, and that circle pops up above their junk, and I'm giving them back shots in 4K.
What? Yo, you see this?
4K, 60 frames per second.
This man acting like the booty boy. You know, booty more important than water, man.
What else does a sucker need?
Imagine he giving. He want to sit there and talk about giving back shots and stuff like. No, you do it. You be coughing. How you like it there, baby? Heard the train ain't stopped yet. Keep going. I don't know, man. I don't think a girl gonna like like a man coughing while you giving them back shots. One more time. Any ladies, y'all into that? You know, look at me. I'm giving you ladies some back shots. Like, are you serious coughing on this woman's back?
What else does the second need? God of War 3 remade?
She gonna tell you to take some cough suppressant medicine. Why you coughing, giving her back shots, G? He coughing, what he doing?
PS5 4K, 60 frames per second? Those boss fights? God of War 3's boss fights? You got me. I'm sorry. You got me. So apparently they just started.
Yeah, you know. But like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm about to go give some back shots, you know, to this girl I know. You know, it's going to be... You like that, baby? That's what I'm talking about, yeah? Let him know. Let him know. Come get the joystick, yeah? Oh, yeah, put the CD in the disk drive. Oh, yeah. Look at the way it went inside like that. Oh.